So, how can you really and truly know what you need to do in life? Now, in this video, I'm going to be breaking down for you very simply how you can not only have a simple practice to know what you need to do in life, but also to recognize all the things that you're doing in your life right now that you think you're doing because you need to do them or because there's a reason behind them, but actually they're not serving your ultimate mission, your ultimate purpose, the ultimate reason why you are here in life to fulfill what you're here in life to fulfill. So by the end of this video, I'm going to give you a very simple process that you can do to break down exactly everything that you're doing in your life right now. Whether it's something that you enjoy, something that you don't enjoy, is there a reason for it? Because sometimes in life we get confused between the things that we enjoy and the things that we need to do, right? Sometimes it's easy to think, okay, I don't enjoy this, so maybe I shouldn't do this. When actually that thing that you don't enjoy right now is actually helping you for your goal, for your happiness, for your future happiness. Right? When we talk about sacrificing, so short-term sacrifices for long-term gains. So at the end of the video, I'm going to be breaking down a very simple process that you can do to literally know and recognize what you're doing in life right now, what you're not doing, and what you should be doing to make sure that you always know what you should do in your life. So let's get into it. So the first thing that I see, and this is actually the biggest problem that I see with a lot of people who I've coached over the last few years, the first thing that they'll feel is that they almost feel this sense of pressure, this sense of uncertainty, this sense of not knowing if they're doing the right thing in life, Because a lot of this, you got to ask yourself, for you personally, have you had a moment in your life where you've been asked by someone outside of yourself if you know what you're doing? What do I mean by this? Very simply, let's take as a child. When you're a child, what happens? Parents, teachers, friends, other people out there are asking you, oh, what do you want to be when you're older? What do you want to do when you're older? But when you're a child, you're so in the moment, you're so in what you're doing, you're not even really necessarily thinking about the future. But all of a sudden, society, conditioning is programming your mind to think that you need to know what's happening. And if you don't know, there's this sense of not fitting in. There's this sense of not being valid. There's this sense of not having your crap together, right? And this just compounds as we get older. Because as we get older, these memories of a child, these memories of different experiences in life, when a friend knows exactly what they want to do in life, they want to go to college, or they want to get this job, or they want to go for this interview, or they want to do this thing. But then you're thinking, either one, do I want to do all of this? Or two, I want to do all of this, but is this the right thing? And now this doesn't have to be, let's say, for, college or jobs. This could be even for a relationship. Right? Is this person the right one for me? Is that friendship the right thing to focus on, the right thing to nourish? So a lot of these questions will come in life. And really and truly, the first thing I want to share in this video, there's 3 parts. So the first part is that you don't need to know what you want to be doing or what you have to be doing for the rest of your life. Right? Because oftentimes we think, okay, I need to make this decision because this is what I need to do for the rest of my life, or this is what I need to do for the next few years of my life. But actually, if you think about it, those questions, what other people in your adult life are asking you, what are you doing now? Where are you going? What sort of things are you doing, like job-wise, career-wise? Or as a child, what do you want to be when you're older? Often these questions, if we really analyze this, these questions comes from those people's insecurities. Now, what I mean by this is very simply, those people not knowing fully what they want to do in life, or not thinking that they have the full picture, by asking you to see if you have the full picture, because they know that, okay, they feel like that doesn't work for them. So that as a child, they want to make sure that you don't have that, so that you can know what you're doing, have your crap together, or as an adult to compare and to be like, oh, I haven't figured my stuff out yet, but let me just see what this person's doing, and maybe I could either get an idea for myself or see like what they're doing to figure this out. So if we really dig down to the deepest reason why a lot of people ask these questions. So the first thing is being aware you don't need to know what you need to do for the rest of your life. Because very simply, we can pull up on Google right now, we can Google famous people who didn't make it or didn't know what they were doing until later on in life. And you will get a whole list of so many people that were, 30 something, 40 something, 50 something, even 60 plus, until they found that thing that they were like, oh my gosh, I've made it, or oh my gosh, this is the thing I'm meant to be doing in life. Like, we can take even Colonel Sanders, right? The guy who founded KFC was 60 plus, over 65, I believe, or 62, something like that. And that was the first time he founded KFC, right? Not knowing exactly what he wanted to do for all those years before. So there's so many people out there that we can look as examples that didn't necessarily know what they wanted to do in life, yet they made it. Yes, they were successful. And I'm only using success as an example because sometimes it's easy for us as our logical minds to see, oh, success, we can measure it, right? But it's the same thing for relationships, right? There's a lot of people out there, right? Are there people out there right now that that didn't find the love of their life till they were 30, till they were 40, till they were 50, till they were 60, till they were 70? Yes, of course. So now the first thing why I wanted to bring this up is to allow yourself to take that pressure off yourself. Take that pressure off yourself to think that you need to have your crap together now. Right? Why? Is because this gives you breathing space and thinking space to be like, you know what? I don't really know exactly what I want to do in this second, but let me work my way towards that. Let me figure that out. Which is what the second part of this video comes down to. The second point that I want to break down is all about, now, first of all, appreciate we don't need to know what we're doing for the rest of our life. But the second part is having this phrase that has helped me so much in my life, right? It helped me from the point of when I was at my parents' house, sleeping on my parents' couch after graduating from uni, not having a job, not knowing which direction to take, what to do in life, having this sense of lack of clarity, right? Having this sense of lack of clarity, what did it do for me? It made me feel so uncertain. It made me feel like, am I doing this the right way? Should I be doing this or should I be focusing on this? Right? For example, when I was a bit younger, so a few years back, I was DJing, right? And my goal was, I'll be honest with you, my goal was to be a hench DJ, right? Hench being like really bulky, lots of muscle, and a DJ just disc jockeying, mixing music at stages, at festivals. And that for a while, that was my goal. And I remember having this time when I was at a rave, right? I was at a festival, and I was at the front of the festival watching my favorite DJs mix and DJ. And then I was kind of having this realization that, is this actually something that I want to do for the rest of my life? Like, because I was working every week, working on going to the studio, practicing DJing, learning more DJing, taking DJ courses. And then I had this thought, I was like, but what if I don't want to do this for the rest of my life? Right now, I've just spent 2 years learning this stuff. I'm going to all these festivals and stuff, raves and everything, enjoying it. But what if I actually become a DJ and I waste another 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, or even 10 years? And then that's not what I want to do in life. And I remember being at the front of this festival now, I'm sitting there while standing there, kind of half dancing, but kind of half like, if you're wondering, that is kind of how I was dancing at festivals. Gun fingers for those of you who know. So while I was gun fingering in the crowd, I was having this mental realization of, what if this isn't a thing I want to do forever? And then it kind of put me off. It was like, hold on, maybe I shouldn't be practicing DJing now. Maybe I shouldn't be spending every week going to these courses, doing these different things. But one thing that it led me on when I was going on this journey was this quote here. And this quote got me through so many decisions, from continuing to DJ. And right now, if I'm honest with you, I'm not a DJ, right? But do I enjoy DJing? Yes. When I have spare time and I want to, I pull out the DJ decks and I start mixing. Is it something that helped me acquire certain skills that actually help me with what I'm doing now? With regards to coaching people, with regards to speaking all over the world, with regards to teaching people how to better their lives, how to generate 6 and 7 figures through marketing? Yes. Even though it might not look it on the surface, there were these skills for confidence, there were these skills for learning, for being consistent, being dedicated, that instilled in me. So if we look at it right now and say, but you're not a DJ? No, I'm not a DJ, but it actually led me and helped me acquire certain skills that are transferable, that I'm using now for what I'm doing, what I want to do, for being fulfilled every day. So the quote that got me through a lot of this was, and make sure to write this down, whether you write this down in your notepad if you're taking notes now, or even just write it down in the comments, just to reaffirm it, not only in your consciousness, in your conscious mind, but in your subconscious mind. So it's there ingrained in you, so that you carry on forever, and you reprogram and help other people who are reading the comments too. So the quote is, it's not about making the right decisions, but it's about making the decision that you make the right one. Now that quote was so profound when I heard it. Not only when I came to the realization, okay, I don't need to know what I want to do for the rest of my life right now. or if this decision will help me for the rest of my life, or if this person seeing this person or going to this place will help me right now, or is the thing that I need to do for the rest of my life. But then when I understood this quote of it's not about making the right decision, but about making the decision that you make the right one, what did it do? It changed the game for me, right? Before that, I was fearing every decision. After that quote, I realized that, I'm going to make this decision now because it feels right. And in a moment, I'm going to explain this very simple process that you can do to not only discover if it feels right, but if it will help you in the future and becoming your greatest version. But so yeah, I would have this decision. I'll be like, okay, it feels right. And I know that it's going to help me with becoming my greatest version and doing what I need to do in life. But then, not naturally that doubt kicks in of, but is this the right thing? And you can see a nice Balinese wasp or something flying around. So if you see me karate chopping something, that's why, okay? So before that does anything. So is it making me happy in life? Okay, yes. Is this something that I want to do? Yes. But what about these doubts that are coming in now? What about these doubts that are like, am I going to do this for the rest of my life? Or what if it doesn't work? Or what if your friends think that you're a failure? Or what if all these thoughts? Now it's putting those to the side, and it's not about, is this the right decision? It's about knowing that in my heart, I'm going to make this the right decision for me right now. And when you commit to that, naturally, I'll give you an example. When I was a few years back and I took a mentorship, it involved me taking a loan out to invest in it. Now, I'm not recommending taking loans. If you want certain financial advices for growing money, let me know in the comments and I can do another video about it. Because really, this is a different topic, but actually those decisions were tough, right? Because why? I had to take a loan out. Why? I had to push myself outside my comfort zone. Not only that, I had other people in my ear saying, Josh, are you doing the right thing? Josh, is this a scam? Josh, is this worth it? Is it working out? What's happening? But then I knew inside of me, I was like, I'm making this decision. And regardless of if other people are calling it a scam, regardless if other people are saying, should you be doing this? I'm going to tell myself that I should be doing this. And not only this, I'm going to make it the decision that should be right for me. So what happens now? Out of the whole mentorship, I believe I was literally one of the maybe two or three people out of like a 20 people mentorship that actually achieved the things that they wanted to achieve from that mentorship. Why? Because the other people let their minds get in the way, right? But for me, it was staying focused and dedicating. I'm going to make this the right decision, not only for now, but for going forward in the future. So always remember that quote. Any decision you have that you feel called, and especially after you do this final process that I'm going to share with you now, then it will literally be, that this is the thing for you and you're going to make it right for you. So the third and final process is very simple. So make sure to write this down on a notepad or in the comments. Of part 3, the subset, so part A of part 3, is to ask yourself and create a list of things in your life that are making you happy or certain goals. Why? Is because a lot of the times the biggest problem that I see is that most people don't know what their ultimate goal is. Or even if they don't have a goal right now, they don't even know what makes them happy in life. So what this happens is it's like a boat. Most people's lives, and maybe you can ask yourself if you've done this in your life before, it's almost like you're a boat traveling on the sea, but not having a direction. So one minute you're getting swept up by the wind here, going that direction, then the wind changes and you're going this direction, then the wind and wave changes, you're going this direction. This is synonymous to people's lives and getting swept up by the environment. Oh, mom says to do this. Oh, my friend says to do this. Oh, my spouse says to do this. Oh, this person says this business thing that I'm doing isn't going to work. But if you have that clear, congruent knowing of what your goal is, or at least what makes you happy, what gives you some passion, what gives you some drive in life, then you've got that direction. You don't have to know specifically what it is. That is my goal. Right now, you could, if you don't know your goal, right now you could say, what makes me happy? I don't know. Helping people makes me happy. So you write that down, helping people. Then you can write down and maybe try and go specific. Like what form of helping people? Is it helping people with giving advice? Is it helping people by sharing what's worked for me in business that has allowed me to get a certain amount of success and sharing it with them? Is it helping people and just, helping somebody cross the road? Right? And I know right now it might seem like basics, like helping someone cross the road. How can that be my purpose, or how can that help me with my decisions? But we'll get to that, right? The main thing right now is just having a broad awareness of what makes you happy. What are certain goals in life? Then the next thing is appreciating and understanding, is what you're doing right now making you happy, or is it pushing you in the direction of your goal? Now, notice these two questions. is it making me happy or is it pushing me in the direction of my goal? What do I mean by this? Is first of all, one category, is it making me happy? If it is, perfect. Second category, is it pushing me towards my goal? Because there might be things right now that aren't making you happy. Like for example, me, when I was massively introverted, didn't know how to speak confidently, didn't know how to speak on stages in front of hundreds or thousands of people, was shy to speak in front of 3 people, right? Didn't want to open my mouth, was shy to go on camera. Back then, when I knew that my goal was, I want to actually speak on stage, I want to public speak, it used to scare the crap out of me. And certain practices that I were doing, didn't make me happy. Like speaking on stage, practicing speaking, like turning on my camera, recording a video. What did it do? It made me so scared, it made me so nervous. I wouldn't classify that I was being happy in those moments. But was that thing assisting me with my greater goal? Yes. So if it's assisting me with my greater goal, then I'm going to keep going, right? Because I know that at a certain point, that fear or that anxiety or that not knowing will turn into happiness, will turn into joy, because that is my goal that I'm setting right now. Second of all, if it's something that's making you happy but not towards a certain goal, then that's something that we can still do, like almost like a hobby, but be aware that we don't want to spend our whole time focusing on that. Why? Because just like something makes you happy, let's say, I don't know, going on nights out might make you happy, right? Or eating, having meals with friends might make you happy. And these are things that you should do, but not spend your whole days doing, right? Because you spend your whole days doing, what's going to happen? You're not going to progress with becoming your greatest version. So the true sweet spot that we're looking for is not only things that are making us happy, but things that are allowing us to work towards our goal, that middle point. If you find something in that sweet spot, then that's what you are prioritizing a lot of your time on. Working towards your goal, you prioritize a lot of time on too, and then being happy, you prioritize some time too. Now we have this thing of, now there's a question. If something's in your life, there's a decision that you gotta make. If it's not making you happy, if it's not progressing you towards your goal, then now big question marks should go on in your mind. Question should be, why am I doing this? If you're doing this because, I need to pay the bills, or I need to get money, then okay, but is there something else that I could do right now that is either assisting me to make money and progressing towards my goal, or making me happy and making me money? Or even better, making me happy, making me progress towards my greatest version, my goal, together. If it's doing all that and making money, then boom, beautiful. So now do you see, very simply, from just these 3 questions alone, what is my goal? What makes me happy? What am I doing right now? Is it making me happy? What I'm doing right now, is it progressing me towards my goal? Very simply answering these 3 questions in life can give us a gauge of any decision, any person that comes into our life, any new opportunity, any new experience. We have these 3 categories. We know that if it's making me progress towards my goal, okay, big chance that I need to work on this. If it's making me happy and progress towards my goal, let's do this. If it's just making me happy but not necessarily progressing towards my goal, okay, let me spend some time in this, let me have this fun, but not to spend all of my life doing that. You know what I mean? So these are the 3 things that we definitely need to work on, combined with the other 2 points of, 1, knowing that it's not about knowing what you need to do for the rest of your life, right? We write this down. We only have a goal based on what we know. What does this mean? It means that right now, your goal that you have isn't going to be your be all and end all. Why? It's because you only have a goal based on what you know. Back then, when I wanted to be a speaker, my goal was just to speak on stage in front of a few people, have the confidence to speak on stage, because that's all I knew. Then as I did the things that helped me progress towards that goal and made me happy, I started to progress and realized, hold on, I don't have to just speak on stage one time or here and there. I can speak on stage every single week. Why? Because I was speaking on stages very regularly, right? Then it came to a point where it doesn't have to just be once a week or twice a week. It can be every single day. I can be impacting people, sharing my message through online, through on stage. So now, because what I learned and what I discovered changed, my goal changed. My goal expanded. So this is why, coming back to the first point of, you don't need to have know what you need to do for the rest of your life, is so important, is because now it takes the pressure of knowing that, hold on, what I think I want right now is just a small fraction of that. And as I progress towards this goal, towards this fulfillment, what's going to happen is now I'm going to start to get bigger pieces, bigger parts of this goal unraveling themselves. Oh, hey, I can do this. So maybe my goal isn't just impacting people in England. Maybe my goal is impacting people across the world. Maybe my goal isn't just racing in this league, maybe my goal, because I've got fast, I know these different skills, maybe I can not only race in a bigger league, but now I can actually help the team in this league. All these different things will start to open up as we progress. So first of all, it's not about knowing what you need to do for the rest of your life. It's about knowing what makes you happy now, knowing what your goals are right now, and working towards them. Expanding that field of vision, then having bigger goals. The second thing then is, it's not about making the right decision. It's about making the decision that you make the right one. Stick with that. Once you commit to that, once you know, okay, this is either helping me towards my goal or making me happy, or even better, both, I'm going to commit to this. Regardless of what's happening on the external or the outside, I'm going to go for this. And then the third thing is having those categories. What makes you happy? What is your goal? What is it that right now you're doing that is it making you happy? And right now, what you're doing, if it's not making you happy, is it at least working towards your goal? If not, why? Why am I doing this? And is there a better way for this? Right? So those are the three main things I wanted to share in this video. They've truly helped me a lot. And I really just want to pass them forward to you to ensure that, you can make your decisions, know what you want to do in life, and not have that fear of not knowing what you're doing, having that uncertainty, but having that deep inner knowing. So if you got any value from this video, make sure to like it, comment below, let me know what your biggest breakthrough from this video, or if you learned anything whatsoever, or what you can just do, let me know where you're tuning in from. It's always amazing to know where different people are tuning in from. And finally, if you haven't already, remember to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any more videos, because actually right now I don't have a posting schedule. So yeah, to be notified when I'm posting and uploading, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video and in the comment section. Peace.